But it wasn't until I started my graduate job. 6 months in, I saw my sister. She's like 11 years older than me. She's like got property, so financially we're pretty savvy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's all I want to do. I want to be like her, get a good job, get a good pay, then just buy property and just live off that. By about 40, I could retire. But then 6 months into it, I'm like, oh man, I can't be doing this. I can't be doing this. Why am I doing this shit for? Why am I doing this for? This is horrible. And I was like, I'm not going to make partner, right? Because this is a big accounting firm. I was like, this is not what I want to do. And then the second thing was, how am I adding value?
Yes.
I don't get to impact someone. I'm helping a company save more money or make more money by cutting jobs or whatever it is, but I didn't see the value in it. And then for me, I'm like, there's got to be something else here. I'm not here just to buy property and that's it.
There's no self-love.
There's no self-love. There's no fulfillment. Identity crisis, Brett. Right? Like, you guys see me as an Asian, but get this, man, right? Chinese heritage.
Yes.
Parents born in Vietnam, but no Vietnamese blood, right? Then the war happens and we move over to Australia and I'm born here.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like Australian
Chinese
Vietnamese, Australian Chinese that speaks Vietnamese, right? Super confused, So then I grew up always thinking I'm Vietnamese because that's all we talked about at home. And it's not until later I grew up, I'm like, holy crap, I'm Chinese. But
you're Australian, man.
Yeah, exactly. This is the journey of the ultimate man, is that, I go hang out with the Chinese, but I can't speak Chinese. And like, you only know Vietnamese? Then you're not Chinese at all. I'm like, dude, there's no Vietnamese blood and Chinese blood. And then get this, I go to hang out with the Vietnamese because I speak a little bit of Vietnamese, and like, your Vietnamese is not good, and you look a little bit too white to be Vietnamese, right? And so for that period, man, I'm trying to fit into all three groups, but all three groups wouldn't take me.
Nice.
This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the identity crisis.
Right.
And I hit that point and I asked myself this one question, man. I said, if no one ever wanted me, ever, right? Friends, girlfriend, whatever it is, no one wanted to be with me at all. What kind of life would I want to live?
Nice, isn't it? Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, life is ongoing, especially when you think you're there, you're like at the pinnacle and your life is great, and then you kind of go, it's actually not really what I wanted. Damn it! I'm going to go and look again.
Man.
But as soon as you realise when you get there, it's okay. Just keep looking, and not to mention it's like the figure eight. It's like the infinity sign. Like life is like that. Never stop.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the ultimate man's all about, man. Is that it's not about getting to be your own ultimate man. That is the whole journey. But that's what it is. It's the journey. Yeah, you already are one. You are. And the ultimate man never stops. The ultimate man never stops, and he will continue to grow. And so that's why I started my journey back on that. I started asking myself, if that happened, if my life was like that, no one wanted me to be there, what would I do? And then I only saw two paths, man. I saw one path going down this way, and it was like, I continue living that fake life and try and fit in everywhere. Everyone has this issue. I have this issue still of like fitting in. What would people think of me? Then I realized, I looked down the other way and I'm like, but what would happen if I just made my life the most amazing life I could? I wish
there was somebody like me when I was your age, asking these questions. Because literally, I grew up across here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've got the rich dad, literally lives over there. Wow. He was my mentor, and he helped me in moments in life. But I never realised I didn't realise he was the rich dad to even ask him the real questions. Because I had the poor dad. Like my dad was poor. But I wish I had a better mentor or something growing up that could actually pass on information.
Yeah, man.
Which was like you.
I love it, man. And it's so important because Tony Robbins says that the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your questions. And
for people that are going to push themselves to the limit, and we're not talking about like serious pain. We're just talking about those things that scare you. Like for me, when I started up my business mastery, debt mastery, literally calling up the tax department was one of my biggest fears that I put off, honestly, nearly for 10 years before. And that's why the bill was so big. Man, it was like 45 grand. I could have stopped it at 10 grand, if I did it 10 years ago. But it was one of those things. And once I did it, it was like nothing, as if it was nothing anyway. It was just all in my head. So what would you do to try and just quickly explain to somebody who's at the edge, who are so afraid to make that decision, to just do it? How do you get that past some people, or explain that moment of taking that extra step to push yourself, to fear, like to grab hold of fear by the balls and like kick it in the balls, or
Love it, man. It's a great question, Brad. It's a great question, and I think that, and honestly, this happens almost every day. Yeah, this happens almost every day to me. Yeah, every time it might be like me, having to pick up the phone, might be me having to send an email, even just send an email to someone and say, hey, can you send me the stuff? That's a bit of fear, but it's all about recognizing that the fear is just always going to be there.
Yes.
Yeah? And I want to quote this amazing movie, amazing book, right? It's from, We Bought a Zoo. You seen it, man?
No.
You gotta watch it. Matt Damon.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, I had to say that. Matt Damon has this awesome line. He's talking to his son, his teenage son, 14, 15, likes this girl.
Yep.
Yeah, and they own a zoo, and he knows his son likes this girl, and he's just so scared. And he goes, son, all you need is just 20 seconds of courage, and everything else, boom, take care of it.
20 seconds of courage. And it's true, because once you get past that 20 seconds, you make the phone call, you write that email, you walk up to the girl, you get past that moment.
It's easy. After that, it's so easy. It's just that 20 seconds to just get moving, get started.
That's deep, brother.
Yeah,
that's deep.
You're
but
welcome,
so shallow. I love it. 20 seconds. It's like my 6-second meditation.
Yeah. That's all you need, man.
Any books that you that really changed your life, other than the one you just told us? Is there a moment that
a book? So
or a real mentor that we talked about? Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
I've talked about Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah. So one of the first mentors I started with, when I hit that breaking point, right, where I realized I had to work on myself, I went out and actually somehow got free tickets to go to the Millionaire Mind Intensive, MMI, right? Harveka, T. Harveka. I went to one of his courses, and that course changed my life. On a coach. I realized I needed a coach for so long. I went to other seminars and nothing ever worked. And so that book blew my mind in terms of money management, in terms of finance, in terms of understanding how to actually finance yourself and what you want to do. And even 7 years later, I'm still doing that. I'm still doing that stuff, and that's what really changed my life. That book, so T. Harv Eker, guys.
Nice, guys. Hear the ultimate man giving the ultimate tip for the day. So give us a little like a pitch for your next launch. Your books come out?
Yeah, the books come out.
Give us your website.
Yeah, website richardphu.com. Head on over there.
Lovely.
It'll be up, and that's pretty much the headquarters of Ultimate Man.
The headquarters of Ultimate Man. And what's your book called?
The book Secrets of the Ultimate Man. 5 steps to mastering the game of life.
Ooh, nice. And actually, that was number 1 on Amazon, wasn't it?
Yeah, international bestseller, man.
International bestseller. Honestly, man, this is the Ultimate Man telling you the ultimate stories here in Piedmont.
Smuggling in seeds from out of the country, so we'll have all sorts of.
Are you sure you want to say that on
yes,
TV?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Illegally. And that's fine. Come after me, I dare you.
Okay, so what are the seeds?
It's worth it. All sorts of different heirloom tomatoes and different greens.
What's heirloom?
Heirloom.
Heirloom.
Heirloom means like the original organic seed that's not genetically modified by Monsanto.
How do you write that?
Heirloom is Heirloom.
Ah,